Hello everyone. For this video, I used Tableau to help me answer the questions that I want to know from a dataset that has a large amount of data. This dataset has a total of 27 columns and over 300,000 rows. The dataset is all about the occurrence of crime in Toronto from 2014 up to 2022. Some of the major crime indicators were assault, break and enter, auto theft, robbery, and theft over that exclude sexual assaults. The data gathered were all reported to the Toronto Police Service. By utilizing Tableau, I was able to formulate and answer 3 questions that I want to find out from the dataset. For my first question, I want to know what year has the highest number of crime reported in Toronto. I use a line graph to show the trend of occurrence over time since 2014 up to 2022. Once we press this play button, it will give us a breakdown on the number of cases that were reported each year. And it's showing us that there was a peak in 2019 and then it went down for year 2020 and 2021, which could be to the lockdown from the COVID-19 pandemic. And then it went back up again for 2022. To answer this question, we can state that 2022 is the year that has the highest number of crime reported with a total of 41,521 cases. On the right side is a filter that I added for the specific type of location. Let's say we want to find out the number of cases per year in a convenience store. So here, it will give us the breakdown on the number of cases that were reported each year in a convenience store in Toronto. It will also give us an idea on which year has the highest number of cases reported. And then we can also do that for a different location that we want to find out. So we can just select all and then we can go back to the original data. For my second question, I want to know what is the most type of crime reported. I use a bar chart to show all the types of crime that occurred, and it's showing us that assault is the most type of crime that were reported each year. On the right side is a highlighter wherein we can select a specific type of crime that we want to view the data from. Let's say we want to view the number of cases for auto theft. So the bar graph automatically highlights the number of cases reported for auto theft per year, and then we can also identify the year which has the most crime reported for auto theft. And we can do that too for the different types of crime over here. I also added a tooltip for the caption to add and format the caption that I want to be seen in each category. This gives me a quick idea on the data presented. So to answer this question, we can say that assault is the most crime reported, and it's showing us that 2022 has the highest number of cases reported. For my question number 3, I want to know what type of crime was mostly reported in a certain location. I use a heat map to show a better visualization of the crime that occurred the most at a specific location. This way, the audience can easily identify the type of location and the type of crime that occurred the most without applying a filter. So in this case, a smaller circle in a light blue color indicates that there's low number of cases that were reported in a specific location and a specific type of crime. The bigger the circle and the darker the color blue is indicates that there's a high number of cases that were reported. This way we can easily identify a specific location and what type of crime that occurred the most. For example, here in the hospital, we can easily recognize that assault is the most type of crime that occurred, and robbery or theft over are the least crime that were reported in a hospital. Same goes for jails. Assault is the most crime that occurred in jails or detention centers, and we can see that there was no other crime that were reported in this area. So to answer this question, we can say that assault in an apartment is the most type of crime that was reported, and it has a total number of 54,375 cases, which is a total of 70.59% of the total cases reported. So I made a dashboard to combine all the graphs and the charts that were made. I added a filter on the right side to make the data interactive. This will help us visualize and understand the data better. For example, we want to find out a specific type of location and the number of cases that occurred. Let's say we want to find out how many number of cases that occurred in a bar or a restaurant. So notice that when we apply the filter, all our graphs and bar charts changes as well. When we press display button, the line graph is giving us an idea on how much number of cases were reported per year and which year has the highest or lowest incidence rate that were reported. The bar graph gives us a breakdown of the number of cases reported in a bar, but it was also giving us an idea on which type of crime that occurred the most. So we can say that here in 2019, break and enter were the most type of crime that occurred, and also assault. It has the high number of cases reported in a bar. So our heat map was also showing the same thing. We can easily identify that assault in a bar is the most type of crime that were reported, and auto theft in a bar is the least type of crime that were reported. So it gives us a better visualization and idea on a specific type of location that we want to find out. Same goes for the highlighter. We can apply the highlighter if we want to find out the specific type of crime. Let's say for robbery. We can see that the bar graph automatically highlights the number of cases that were reported per year in robbery, and then the heat map was also showing us which location did robbery occurred from. In this case, we can say that robbery in streets or roads or highways are the most type of location that robbery were reported from. So we can just clear the filter, and by utilizing Tableau and the features from Tableau, I was able to identify and answer the questions that I want to find out from a large data set. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you for watching.